Okay, so it is Halloween season. Today I'm launching this podcast on Halloween. So happy Halloween, my folks. If you're listening to it afterwards, I hope you had a fantastic Halloween, whether that was shelling out candy or turning the light off on your front porch and hiding from all of the kids because you hate the holiday. Either way, so happy Halloween. It's the one time of the year where my inner chaos actually matches the aesthetic, okay? We've got pumpkins outside. They are literally molding. My inbox is scary because I literally have over 1,000 emails that I haven't read yet. And Google is screaming at me that I need to get more storage. My kids are probably on a sugar high. I don't know because I'm avoiding that. And honestly, same energy, right? Last week, I talked about how resting is hard, which relatable, okay? But this week, we're getting darker. Forget haunted houses, okay? My brain is seriously scary, okay? I don't need ghost. I've got anxiety that likes to replay every conversation I've had since high school, okay? I've got self-doubt that pops up like an annoying jump scare. Are you sure you're doing enough? Dude, what the fuck? I'm trying to just drink my coffee here. This one's for all of us that psych ourselves out before life even gets a chance to. The ones who think too much, feel too much, and still think we're not doing enough. Welcome to the episode, Monsters in My Mind. Grab your drink. Let's navigate this together. Welcome to the Chaotic Compass Podcast, the show where motherhood is wild, midlife is weird, and the drinks are never far away. Hey, I'm Stephanie, your host, chaos coordinator, and fellow human, just trying to kind of keep it together-ish. But this podcast is your space for unfiltered real talk, a little humor, and a lot of honesty, and maybe a little meltdown or two. So grab your drink, take a breath, and let's navigate this mess together. Okay, this week we are going to meet the cast of characters living rent-free up in here. I'm pointing to my brain. Honestly, they're loud, dramatic, and absolutely refuse to clean up after themselves. It's not my children. Let's meet the cast. Okay, we have, for starters, Overthinking Olivia. Okay, she's the one that plays reruns of every awkward thing I have ever said since the beginning of time. I'll be ready to fall asleep, and she's... Remember that thing you said in Target in 2018 to that the store clerk when you were trying to find tampons? No, Olivia, I don't. Not now. I do, but why are we bringing this up? Okay. Next up, we've got Guilty Gertrude. Okay, she shows up the second I sit down to rest. Okay. Oh, you're relaxing? Must be nice. Shouldn't you be doing laundry or answering that email? She's got the emotional rage of a disappointed PTA mom. For real. Okay, next up we've got Comparison Karen. She lives in my Instagram reel. She loves to remind me that everyone else seems more productive, more fit, more zen, more than me. Meanwhile, I'm proud of myself for remembering to defrost that lasagna that's supposed to be for dinner, okay? And then lastly, but sure not actually last on the list, okay, Perfectionist Polly. She is fucking exhausting. She won't let me start anything until it's exactly perfect. Which means, surprise, I start nothing, right? She edits my ideas to death before I even get them out into the world. I don't even get to say them and bring them to fruition to even start them because she's done shut it down. They don't pay rent. They don't bring snacks. They just exist loud as hell in a group chat in my brain. They are worse and louder than my children, which, by the way, is pretty fucking loud. So here's the thing about these monsters. They're super fucking sneaky. Fear doesn't always look like fear. Sometimes it looks like being busy. It looks like control or people pleasing or over explaining your existence to everyone around you. Who's guilty? Me. 2025 has been a wild ride for me. I realized I've been addicted to chaos. Like, if I'm not stressed or rushing, I start to kind of panic on the inside, obviously. Peace feels super suspicious to me. Like, what's about to go wrong? Is the other shoe about to fall? And I talk myself out of doing the good things, like recording this episode, like taking a nap, like resting, just sitting still. If you haven't listened, my last episode, I dive into the art of doing nothing. But I'm really bad at it. So, and it's just kind of digressing into that. But hey, we're not talking about that. You should go back and listen to that episode. Fear hides under all kinds of disguises. They like procrastination, control, busyness that looks responsible, but it really is just anxiety in like a cute little outfit. And I swear, I'll make up a whole story in my head about how I'm behind or not good enough, and then treat that story as if it's a fucking fact. Can anybody resonate with that? I hope the fuck so. No one said that. No one said the shit that's in my brain except for me. Nobody said that I'm not good enough. I did in my own fucking head. Like, I'm over here gaslighting myself from a bad fiction. It controls the narrative of my life so often. It's kind of disgusting. Like, how is my brain not going to be on my side, right? How is it not going to be like, hey, go and slay the day? Oh, there we go with the slay. Hold on. Sorry. Go and conquer the day and do you and be awesome. How is it going to try to hold me back from the next step being awesome? Okay, I apologize for the slay. I have teenagers, if you don't know. Okay, the way to shrink them, these little bitches inside of our head, okay? These little assholes. How do we shrink them? We have to say their names out loud. Okay, we're not going to be like, hey, Karen. No, it's when I stop and I'm like, okay, I'm not lazy. I'm tired. I'm not failing. I'm just overwhelmed. And then when I say it out loud, all of a sudden it's like, what are we doing? Like, hold on a second. Suddenly the monsters look a little less scary. So, okay, on the topic of monsters, okay, yeah, I don't drink Monster. I drink Red Bull. Let's pause for the cause. I know this kind of got intense pretty quick, and I kind of in like, but you guys, I found white peach Red Bull. I know, I literally just talked about it in my last episode, and I fucking found it. Did I pay $111 on Amazon? Fuck no. I found it at my local little market that's in my little town. Like, not the big ass Kroger. No, they don't have like the little market right around the corner. Yay! I found white peach Red Bulls. Okay, did I pay $5.30 for two of them? Yes. So would that equivalent out to basically a bajillion dollars? It's fine. Okay, but I got two. It's fine. So I'm stocked up for now. So we're going to take a minute. Hey guys, I don't know if you know, but I sip and I bitch and I talk about all the things. And so I know this subject of talking about the shit that lives up in our head is kind of intense. But let's take a minute, grab your drink. Let's take a little sippy poo, okay? Ready? And it doesn't have to be an alcoholic beverage. Hey, I'm here for people that are doing the sobriety thing. We're cool. Grab your water, grab your tea, grab your coffee. Let's go. Take it. Cheers it up. Take a breath in, out, and sip. Okay, one more breath, just for good measures. Okay, in and out. Doesn't that feel better? I mean, if I can just be here to take a breathing moment with you, that's what we're going to do. Okay, so back to it. So naming these little bitches out loud, okay? Like, I'm not a lazy person. I'm just exhausted. I'm not failing. I'm overwhelmed, okay? It's okay to say the emotion. I know some people have a hard time with naming the emotions, and so just to sit with it, but you're okay to name it, right? They're not villains, okay? These little bitches are not the villains, right? I know. I'm painting that picture as if they are. They're bitches, but they're not the villains. They're just parts of me that are trying in a really fucked up, messy way to protect me. Like the guilt is trying to keep me productive in a fucked up way. The overthinking is trying to keep me safe from embarrassment in a fucked up way. The perfectionism, that one's the worst for me. The perfectionism is just trying to make sure I don't get rejected, which I really have a hard time with rejection. So okay, but in a fucked up way. So they mean well in their own little way. They just need some therapy. Or maybe I just need some therapy. Maybe I shouldn't keep blaming it on inanimate objects. Maybe I shouldn't keep objects. Did I even say inanimate objects? Right. So I'm not there yet. I'm trying to, I've done all this research. I'm really great at research. I don't know if you know, it's literally my real job, analyzing shit. But if I feel like if I can just implement this on a regular basis, then it'll get easier to laugh them off. It'll get easier to push them down and push them away. I'm be able to literally be like, okay, Karen, not today. Like I'm just going to shut it off, shut you down. But my biggest problem right now is that they're so loud. And it takes a lot for me to get them to chill. And so that's something that I'm definitely struggling with right now as far as trying to be louder than the voices in my head. And somehow just like a little bit of humor helps kind of break that up a little bit. And so that's why again, it's a coping mechanism. So I have a lot of not so great coping mechanisms, but I feel like comedy and laughter is one of them. But like when I turn on the light, I realized that the shadows were just like piles of laundry and mental clutter. So if I could just bloop and be like, hey, look, you aren't real. You aren't a real thing in my head. This isn't a real person standing in front of me. And then even if they were, right? Even if this person was standing in front of me and telling me how much of a horrible person I am, how well do they know me? Have they been in the trenches with me? Are they the OG since day one? Probably not. They're probably just some fucking Karen that I cut off because I was trying to get that parking spot. That's probably it, right? And they've got some shit and then they let all of their shit out on me. The inner voices, Karen, technically, yes, it's been with me since day one, but it's made up shit to keep me in this bubble. I'm never going to be able to grow or do anything different because it's trying to protect me because new things are scary. It's because it doesn't know. And so what it doesn't know, it can't protect me from. So if it can just keep me in the know, well, I can't grow and be an amazingly better human if I don't do something different, right? I would have never been a mom if I didn't know how to mom. Like, I didn't know how to mom. Who knows how to mom, right? Who knows how to be a parent? Not a goddamn person, okay? Some people make it look really simple. And then, there are other people like me wearing a fucking messy ass bun and we're in this parent drop off line and we're looking raggedy as hell and we're trying our best, okay? Right? As long as you're trying your best, that's half of the battle, right? If I would have known if I would have known a lot of the shit prior to, I probably would have waited a little bit to become a mom. But at the same time, I figured it out on the fly, which is 90% of what I do, right? And I think that's just real life. You just gotta fucking just dive in and figure it out. I'm trying to regain that confidence. Or it's, I don't know if it's confidence or if it's just ignorance, but either way, I want to be that 4-year-old in the, in the little Superman suit with the cape and shit, standing there like, I've got this. It's like, bro, you do have got this. And you've got some fucking super ass fucking Spidey shoes not matching your whole Superman outfit, but you're gonna go super fast and you're gonna do this day. Almost said slay again. What the fuck? Help me. Help. How do I get unteened? I don't want to be a part of this whatever generation. I don't even gen bullshit. Anyways, woo. Okay. So this is a quick one because it can get a lot deeper, and I wanted to just kind of name a few of those things that I'm trying to work through, and let me know if you are working through this shit too. So it's Halloween, guys. I'm so excited. We got family fucking shit going on. We got a whole family theme. This is going to be the second time in the history of us in 10 years that we will have all of the kids for Halloween. Even Kylie has taken off from work, so we get to go trick-or-treating with everybody. And yes, I'm going to let my 17-year-old daughter, my 14-year-old son, my 13-year-old son go trick-or-treating with their 11-year-old sister. Like, I don't care, because there's a fuck ton of other things that they could be doing, and they want to actually hang out with each other. Why can't I talk? Okay. They want to hang out with each other, and it could be worse, right? They could be at each other's throats. They could be doing drugs. They could be wrecking shit. Like, I knew kids growing up that would literally just go around to houses that had their lights turned off and take their pumpkins and yeet them out into the streets, just for funsies, right? I can't imagine coming home with my freaking toddler after like dragging them around and then coming home and their pumpkin being destroyed in the streets. If you want to take my pumpkin off of my front porch, all of them, we cut them almost 2 weeks ago, and it's been kind of warm. So they are quite interesting. They've got some diseases. They're doing their best. Okay. But, if you want to yeet my pumpkins out into the streets, that'd be cool. I might want to ask my daughter, but anyway, so Halloween. It's Halloween, guys. I hope you guys have a super Halloween. And I want you to know, so I'm not scared of ghosts, right? I'm scared of my own brain sometimes, but I'm learning that to get a hold of it, just grab a flashlight and just to shine the light on the shit. These monsters might still pop up, but they don't get to drive what I've got going anymore. Or I'm saying that now, and that's my intentions. I'm going to put it out into fruition, right? I can sit with them and name them and even joke with them, but I'm the one that's steering this ship. Now, my ship is pretty fucking chaotic, and there's mutiny sometimes. I got 4 kids that go in different directions. My husband has ADD. We've got 2 businesses. I've got a real job. My parents live with me. We literally have chaos everywhere. Every time I turn around, there's something. But I am officially steering the ship in my mind, not necessarily in my life. One day, we're going to be fine. It's fine. We're working through it. So if you've got your own Olivia or Karen hanging around this week, Turn on the light, get you a flashlight, remind yourself fear is just a story you've been told and you are the damn narrator, okay? Take hold of that. So now I'm going to go eat some candy. We're just going to avoid the inbox and pretend that chaos is a festive ambiance this evening. Because honestly, those unread emails, those are pretty much the real jump scare. So I appreciate everybody tuning in, and as always, grab your drink, sip it, have a great night. All right, that'll do it for this week's episode of Chaotic Compass Podcast. I appreciate you tuning in and being a part of my chaotic life. If this episode hit a nerve or just made you feel a little less alone, go ahead and tell a friend or maybe even leave a review. Till next time, stay real, stay chaotic, and of course, keep a drink close. This is Steph with an F, signing off.